Tavia is a name. So maybe some tombstone is named that.
I want to hear Melina tell about that moment in the children's section that we were in when we went that time period where nothing was getting said, and all of a sudden you just felt like something was happening, and we started asking questions, and we started asking about coat colors.
I was standing there. Tim comes up and he goes, okay, so let's try this. He points to me and he goes, can you tell me what color coat she is wearing? And again, I don't know why it takes like 3 seconds, but it always seems like it's like 3 seconds before they reply. It's almost never immediate, but it replied black. So then Tim immediately right after it pointed to Kurt and said, well, what color coat is he wearing? And that one took a little longer, but it came back, and to me, it was distinctly brown. So the other thing that happened is we caught a light anomaly that went through. I actually have a lot of very short, like 2-second videos of a light anomaly coming through. And we were out in the woods. You could say that was a bug. It was 42 degrees. There are no bugs at 42 degrees. I don't care where you are. So, but I caught loads of light anomalies that came through, and they were usually right before we would hear something through the spirit box. But the third thing that actually happened was right after that, I felt that cold spot.
Oh, yeah. And the cold spot is it's like the last thing recorded on his 4th video. So the last thing going on is you and Kurt having that back and forth about feeling that cold spot, and it lasts for like about half a minute.
Yeah, it was really crazy because I don't know, it was just right in front of me, and I had reached out for some reason, and yes, it's 42. But when I put my hand out, it was like below freezing.
It felt like
it was
I stuck my hand in there too, and it felt like you were sticking your hand in a walk-in freezer. Which
we all felt that. Every one of us.
What the heck is that?
I mean,
it was weird.
I mean, it was really, really, really strange. And then it would move. So it was a transient spot. And that was really, really bizarre. And we were getting a lot of stuff at that moment coming through the spirit box that we needed to analyze. So did you guys pick up on anything that we couldn't understand at that time that might have been said?
Yeah, there was a lot. That was the guy it was the same voice that was saying flying ghosts. He said Africa at one point. I don't know why I said Africa. It was a clear Africa.
Going back to the story of Leanda not being a participant. So she, this is Tim's wife. She stayed huddled up in the chair because she's done this a million times and
got the remote control.
Yes.
She's hitting buttons on just to punk us.
Right.
That's what was going on underneath that blanket the whole time. Let it say it, Tim. That's exactly you pulled off the most amazing hoax on all of us, didn't you?
We did, and we're gonna do it again.
But it was Tim being, Tim, it was asking the spirits, well, how many of us are here? And then he quickly says, but you can't count Leanda because she doesn't want to talk to you. So, and there were a total of 8 of us.
I wasn't there at that point. I had walked away. I was out in the woods.
You did, but you were with us in the group, but there were 8 of us total, but Tim was specific and says, you can't count my wife.
Oh.
And then it was like, after he said that, and it wasn't very long after that, it said 7.
Yeah.
Which is really cool, which is 2 syllables.
Yeah. It's interesting because when you take moments like us standing there where Melina and I and Kurt, and I think Dave, you may have been over there. But when we asked about the color of the jacket, we heard black and we all talked about it. We didn't hear the green. But even that in itself is kind of interesting that we haven't heard anything for a long time. We ask a color question and you get 2 colors that come through.
Right.
But with our ears, we thought we heard when we asked about Kurt, brown. But then you go back and you listen to the evidence and maybe it is something else. And so that's why it's always so important to go back and listen to it. But then you don't know.
Stop asking me all these stupid questions. Get out of here.
Yeah. Leave already.
Get on. Ask me
that
something
was the
smart.
thing.
Come on, ask me something smart. I was a nuclear physicist. Come on, man.
That was the thing, because y'all even confirmed like at the time, oh, it said brown and everything. And I was like, but that was 2 syllables and brown's just 1.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I cranked up the volume, pressed it to my head, and I was like, that's saying get out. I hear get out.
Yeah.
And funny enough, we did leave shortly after that. So
Oh.
I think that was the last thing that we did.
There was when Tim was closing it up and saying, do you want us to leave? I thought there was like a child voice that said, don't leave us. And I thought that was really interesting. 'Cause that was like 3 long syllables.
I want to.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid saying, don't leave us.
For the viewers out there, as we're posting these, throughout this podcast, and whether it's what you're hearing or what you're seeing, if you hear something different or if you see something significant in any of the photos, please put it in the comments. We would love to know what you think it says or what you think you saw. I mean, because
Yes,
again,
please.
it's very subjective. So we would love to hear your opinions.
Yes, and please timestamp it, because timestamps are wonderful things in YouTube comments.
Yes, indeed. That's very helpful.
So I do want to make a comment about this, that I think that we, all of us that night, did we learn anything fascinating? Was there, I mean, I don't know. What I do know is that it felt like when we left there that we had just had a really fun, good evening together. And it wasn't spooky. It wasn't scary. We weren't.
All except for to Michelle.
It was a really enjoyable thing. And so, and that's why I think this podcast, about Give It a Go, where you can take things that are new to you or things that you're not sure about and go explore them and enjoy them with others, because that's a memory, no matter what went on or what didn't go on with those recordings or those, it's still something I don't think anybody that was there will ever forget,
No.
And that makes it fun.
Yep.
Indeed. And actually, I thought it brought us a lot closer, because that was such a unique experience that we got to share together. And and I thought it was, if you learn anything, whenever you do step out of your comfort zone, you do something new, you do something exciting, you do something with people, and especially during these COVID times, we have lost touch with one another and, trying to be safe, and that's understandable. But when you come together and you do something different and unique, it builds relationships and it makes you think differently. And as, again, I'll bring up what, Scott Schroeder said, that it changes your proteins. It actually changes who you are as an individual, and it grows you, and you will never be that person you were before that moment. And I think
I would just like to state for the record that I do chase the scary, and I do hope that we go to some place that's haunted. And I do.
Was my next thing. Tim, are we going to Birmingham to the penitentiary / insane asylum?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you are.
Someone who probably won't join us on that one.
It is.
She might.
It's one of the only places we've ever been that there was just a different feeling. Like normally, that's not the stuff that I'm interested in. I'm more interested.
Yeah, I don't want shit coming home with me.
But we did go to this place one time. I don't want to specify where it was because I don't want to, but we did go one time. We did have a pretty scary moment during that. adventure. And I can guarantee you nobody's going to forget that either that was on that trip. So, but I think it's a fascinating thing as far as like sometimes things are just too bizarre.
Right.
And so, it's not somewhere that I would want to go every day, but I think for people that want a taste of, what may be around, that's probably the best place to go to.
Yeah. Well, we definitely need to plan that when it's a little warmer. And yeah, absolutely. I think that would be so much fun to do.
So actually that'd be my next question to the experts here is, I mean, how much does it cost to get into this? And what does one need?
Great question.
To get started, kind of at a minimal level, let's say low, medium, high. Like you can go,
Okay.
what's our range here? Are we talking buy a digital recorder, go out there and do, kind of feel it out without any other stuff? Or do we then start with the EVP, the other stuff? Because I looked online, the stuff didn't look that expensive.
It wasn't, and I got ours on Amazon.
Okay.
The cheapest way to go is to have a really cool significant other and let them deal with it. Right? That's what I did. I just had a really cool significant other. Kurt has a really cool significant other. They just deal with it. Brandy got some things for Michael. Like that's the way to go. And then you don't have to worry about the price.
See, look at us disparaging the thought of.
You haven't answered my question though.
Oh, well, wait. See, we're disparaging the thought of women because hopes and dreams don't crush themselves. So we can take you ghost hunting anyway. But right. Yes, I mean, I know that the EMF thing, I think it was only like $30 something. It wasn't that much.
Yeah.
And then the 3-in-1 that I got was $100. But if you got them individually, it would probably add up to $100.
Got it.
So whenever I bought Michael's stuff, all at once I bought him the digital recorder, the Mel meter, and the Mel meter is a combo thing. Like it tests the temperature, and there's something else to it. What else does it do?
Well, it's the movement and the temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of a sad story behind it too.
Yes, the Mel meter has a very, very sad story. But I got those three things for him, and I think I spent, and the Mel meter was definitely the most expensive one, but I spent roughly $300 to $400 on it all.
Okay.
So, but yeah, the Mel meter is just kind of like that. It kind of takes you out of the whole beginning stuff, and it's more like novice stuff because you can do all this stuff and get stuff done well with, EMF detector. They're not that expensive. With the spirit box, those aren't that expensive, and a digital recorder, it depends on the quality, but they're still not that expensive.
Right.
I was really shocked at how affordable it was. Mm-hmm. Especially since I got, the spirit box, the EVP, and being able to speed it up, slow it down, whatever, recording all of it, play it back, for it was $99.99. I thought that was pretty fantastic.
Now the next stuff,
it's a lot cheaper than Dakar hobby.
Yeah.
So
he's wanting to get a dot system, so that would be another step up from what we're doing.
The next thing on my list is I want to upgrade my iPad to get the new iPad Pro 12. And this new iPad
has it, right?
This has LiDAR installed in the camera. So what you can do with that is you can download an app which functions pretty much like a Kinect, where it will draw stick figures out in the environment if a ghost shows up. So just like you see in the ghost videos on those really expensive equipment.
Exactly.
If you have an iPad Pro, you can just download the app and do it yourself.
Wow. See, that's freaking cool and trippy. I definitely want to use that.
That would be really freaky seeing that.
I want to know what to run from.
Yeah. I would like to have a multi-spectrum camera. Like I'm talking about like recording, like the one that you purchased and you thought, oh, we're going to record this. And I hope so much that we could have. I was hoping so much for like night vision and
it was lies.
I really want the heat signature one though. That's what I really want.
Yeah.
But that's going to cost a fortune.
So everybody, we are now going to give our evening toast. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching Give It a Go. Thank you to our guests, Michael, Brandy, and Tim. You guys are amazing. And thank you for taking us on such an amazing adventure. So here we are. Everybody pick up your glass. You know how it goes. No matter where you've been or who you know, pick up the courage and give it a go. Woo! Cheers. Yay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share with everyone. Hit that bell so that you know when the next one is out. And welcome to season 2. And we so appreciate you. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thank you.
You know what you want to say to us before we turn this device off? Is there anything we can bring you or do for you?
It's very cold right here. Right here. Just right there. It's just very cold.
I do. I feel it. It's right there. Yeah. Is there anything we can do for you? Anything you need?
Now it's gone.
Okay, we're gonna go back over there and warm up. So I'm gonna say goodbye.
It's right here now. It's
Can
right
you
here.
Say goodbye, please.
Oh yeah. See it?
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. It moved. It's transient.
Did you,
Oh wow.
Did you say goodbye?
Wow, that's cold.
Did it say goodbye?
Say goodbye.
Oh,
Goodbye.
goodbye.
No, that's not just a little bit cold. That's
Yeah.
like
And it's
There is a noticeable difference.
that's
right
like
here.
Ice
Right
box.
here.
Can
Yeah.
I get my millimeter?
Please.
Yeah, so you're gonna say this.
Oh. I thought it was like, yeah, it's a little colder over here.
I'm trying to hold this still.
He said up. He said go up. But it's warmer here.
Maybe you've got your hand in it.
I'm not picking up anything here.
Oh, that was you.
Okay.
Interesting.
Go back over
No,
there.
I was super skeptical of cold spots until
Oops,
just
sorry,
now.
Yeah, I mean you
Yeah,
can feel that.
That's definitely noticeable.
No, that was like, oh wow, it's like 45 degrees out here. That's cold. That's like putting your hand on an ice block.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Arctic.
We're gonna go back
just
over there to the
instantly.
heater, okay? Yeah.
Is there a spot? Crazy.
Yeah, there was.
There was. Oh, weird. No, dude.
Okay. So you'd rather just talk to us?
Are there any spirits here that watch over the children?
You say I do?
It did.
You said I do. It was pretty loud.
Yeah, that was loud.
We heard you, but we didn't hear it clearly. Could you please tell us again whose land is this?
Because we don't.
I told you.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, and it's really important. I want you to please answer me if you can. Do you want us to stay for a while, or are you ready for us to go? Stay or go? I think we need to go back over there to that place where we were getting this stuff before.
Yeah.
We're not really getting anything here. Oh, let's say thank you.
Oh.
Guys, a lot. Can you please just say hello for us? You just say I'm here.
Is there a hooded figure in the woods?
footage figure.
Can you tell us who's in the photo, please?
So I kept taking pictures, but I saw all this weird blue stuff going on.
Weird, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot of weird stuff coming through there.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Something that I wanted. Just telling you.
Over here.